So I thought I'd share a little tool and part of a ritual for releasing and letting go of something that doesn't serve a purpose in your life. And that could be, a particular experience, an emotion, or a person, some type of energy that you've been feeling. And just for a visual reference, so you have an understanding of the vocabulary to navigate through this. And you can actually use this as part of a ritual as well. We're going to pretend that this stick of Palo Santo is you. And in my other hand, my left hand, I have some red wool. I'm going to wrap that around ourselves. So this wool represents a story that we have woven into our lives, or a particular experience that we're having, or our relationship to a particular person. And it's really important that we be very mindful of what we weave into our lives. When we come into a point of conscious co-creation, what we're actually doing is dreaming into being, and we're dream weaving. So be very mindful of what you choose to weave into your life, and that's in regards to all types of energies and relationships that we have with people, and how we choose to engage with others, and the bonds and contracts that we choose to make as well. So the string represents the story, and just for an example, this is going to be a person. This string is going to represent a person that has a negative influence in your life. They could be directing negative energy towards you, or perhaps it's an old friend that you've just simply outgrown and they're just causing too much drama in your life, and you feel that you would like to direct your life in a different way, and that this relationship or this attachment to this person is not serving in your highest interest. So we need to let go of that, and we need to release. And sometimes these stories can be wrapped and bound around us quite tightly, depending on who that person is and how intimate we are with them, or how much we choose to invest in these stories, or the other person's dreaming as well. And all too often when we talk about letting go, it's not that easy. It can be for particular things, but sometimes, this is you're walking along and you gain an insight or an awareness for the need to let go, for the need to release yourself from this experience or from the story. So you take a deep breath and you're like, okay, I'm choosing to align this way now, and you let go. Sometimes it's not that easy, because there's some threads that are attached really deeply, and sometimes when we're dealing with negative energy, we might not actually know how deep those threads are, but we can feel them, and it can be really, really hard to release that and to let go of it. So the trick here is, it's not just about simply letting go. You have to sever ties. You really have to get some big old scissors out and snip those cords and bring back all your strings. And a really important lesson that I learned a few years ago in a women's circle. There was 13 women, and we journeyed for 13 weeks. And big medicine from one of the facilitators was, where's your energy? And it's really bringing your energy and your awareness into the present moment to feel what threads and what cords you still have out there from your interactions with people throughout the day. And that's a really important lesson, just to navigate and to feel into your energy body as well, of what energetic cords you may be extending. And that can go right back into your past as well. This can go back years, these cords. So coming into a ritual that I like to use for releasing and letting go is to use the energy and the element of fire. And in that, you would be casting an intention or a spell, because words are spells. And you sit with these words, and you really have to be mindful of what your intentions are and make sure that they're coming from the most purest heart space, because what we put out comes back. We reap what we sow. So when we're going into a ritual for releasing, we're not casting any negative energy outwards, we're simply just severing energetic ties here. And so you could write down in point form if that's how you like to work, or it could be a big old essay if you like that, and really craft your words with intention and clarity and purpose and meaning, and write them down on a piece of paper and sit with that. Really sit into the intention of what you wish to release. Breathe that intention in and you embody it. You bring about the energy and you visualize. Visualization is a really key principle for any spiritual practice, really. And you visualize what that looks like in your life, and then you feel it and you embody what that release feels like. So if it's a particular person that's directing negative energy in your life, what does it feel like to be free of that? And what does that look like for you? And really tune into that feeling. And once you reach that point of clarity and you're merging that with your intention that's on the piece of paper, then we offer it to the fire. And we offer it back to spirit, back to the ether for the energy where it came. Because most of the time this negative energy comes from thoughts. And unfortunately, for most of us, we're not particularly conscious 100% of the time of what our thoughts are and what we're projecting outwards. So, you could have discord in your life that's not actually intentionally directed towards you, but it ends up penetrating your field anyway if there's an attachment mechanism. So, have fun with this ritual as well. You can be quite serious about it depending on what that experience is in your life that you're going through, but it's a really beautiful tool to use the elements, particularly fire, for burning and transmuting. And it's like the phoenix, it's like you can set your intention and it burns and releases in the ashes and it turns into something new. It's a rebirth cycle. So you can transmute the energy and turn it back into a positive, so it's not affecting your life in a discordant way. Blessings, all my love. I hope that serves a purpose for you and becomes a part of your practice. It's a really simple and beautiful tool.